died. Honestly, what I think is, I think his ancestors are proud of him. I think we're all here for a purpose, and I think his purpose was to be different, to bring out a different opinion compared to what society brings out every day. His purpose was to hold women accountable too, because we need somebody to tell us that we're doing things wrong and we need to make it better. Trusted sources such as Revolt TV, which is an American media network, have confirmed and reported that Kevin Samuels is dead. This news has been going on, I think, since yesterday, but many of us did not believe this just because of the amount of hate that Kevin Samuels had when he was alive. So it's been reported that he is dead, and it is believed that he had a heart attack at his house. I'm not too sure about this part, but it's stuff that I researched and I saw online. I'm not sure, but then some television networks have come out to say that Kevin Samuels died at his residence, and that it was, and then for the heart attack part, I'm not very sure. So who was Kevin Samuels, for some of you who may not know, but I'm pretty sure many of you know. Kevin Samuels was a life coach, he was a YouTuber, he was a social media influencer, he was a dating expert, as he called himself. There's a lot. If you go typing Kevin Samuels, you'll find a lot about him. I did not agree with everything Kevin Samuels said. I wasn't very, I did not support a lot of the opinions that he brought out, but at the same time, I learned a lot from Kevin Samuels. I learned that it's very important for women to be accountable in a relationship. I learned a lot from Kevin Samuels, and of it all, what I learned from Kevin Samuels was his resilience. Despite the hate and despite how much negativity Kevin Samuels received from people about his opinions, it never stopped him from doing what he wanted to do. Kevin Samuels went ahead and continued to talk to black women, talk to people about relationship and stuff like that. So to me, I just learned that when you want to do something, it doesn't matter how much people are behind you with their hate. You just have to go ahead and do what you want to do. That's what I learned from Kevin Samuels. He's dead today. So many people are still saying hateful things about him, but I'm pretty sure he's happy where he is because he actually did what he wanted to do. People hated him for that. And you can see it in the comments. I'm gonna leave some of the comments that people are saying on Twitter about his death, which is really sad. I can't believe how people will hate somebody because of his opinions. You know, I think we have the choice to take what we want to take from what people think and leave the rest behind. Like, none of us have to really take to heart what he said. But for people to really hate him like that, to the point that he's dead, and people are here saying that, oh, he deserved it, that was his karma for what he said. How do you hate somebody for what he says to the point that when he's dead, you don't even feel sorry for his family, or, you know, or for him as a person? I really think in our society we need to how am I going to put it? We really need to reframe our thoughts and the way we see things in life, honestly, because I don't understand how somebody is dead and all people have to say is, oh, he deserved this because of what he said about women and stuff. No, I don't think it's gotten that far. Yeah, I think he was an amazing man, and I think he had opinions that were different from most people. So and he shouldn't be hated for that. We should decide to listen to what he has to say, or to let it go and to ignore what he has to say. That's my thought. So I'll also go ahead and talk about one of his opinions that I did not agree with. I said what I agreed with and what I liked about him. Let me go ahead and read it. A statement Kevin Samuels did say recently, I think that was last week in one of his videos, that I personally do not agree with, and I will explain to you why I did not agree. Okay, so he said, if you live to 35 and you are not married, you are a leftover. Men know you may have a problem. Whether you want to hear it or not, I will go with you. Honestly, some people would think I don't agree with this at all, because I think what this is doing, it is telling women who are not married that they're not valuable, which is not the truth. There is a lot of things that can make you valuable as a person. If you have a good heart, if you are a loving and caring person, you have value. You know, if you value yourself, you are already valuable. So I think placing the fact, this statement states that if you are not married by the age of 35, then you are not valuable. That's what he's trying to say, which I do not agree with. The other thing too is, I think he's just kind of wording out what society believes as a whole. I think in our society, we see people who are married as more, women married who are married as more valuable as women who are not. And even women who are married see themselves as more valuable than women who are not married. You know, I think there's a lot of achievements we can celebrate and attach value to, more than just being married. On the other hand, too, some people get married at the age of 35. Some people get married at the age of 38. Some people get married at the age of 40, 45, 50. I don't know. I think age is just a number, and we just cannot be attaching value or calling people leftovers based on the age that they got married or that they are not yet married. How about those who got married earlier and the divorce? Like, what did he have to say about that? So that's what I wanted to say, because on the, people watch these videos and they will see themselves as valuable or not valuable and stuff like that. So that is one point I did not agree with, but I want to say Kevin Samuels, he was human like all of us, and what he did that was courageous was that he expressed himself. He did not hide who he was. He was freely himself, which a lot of us are unable to be, especially YouTubers, social media influencers, because we feel like we depend a lot on people's love, on people liking us and supporting us. So many people are not able to be themselves in this world because they are scared that people will not like them, people will judge them, they will criticize them, they will throw hate at them. But Kevin Samuels never cared. He came out and said what he had to say, even though he had millions of haters, lots of critics, a lot of people sending him hateful comments and stuff like that, because it even continues. I'm going to leave some of these comments here, what people are saying about his death. It is continuing up to now. People are hateful, are still throwing out hate even though this man died. Honestly, what I think is, I think his ancestors are proud of him. I think we're all here for a purpose, and I think his purpose was to be different, to bring out a different opinion compared to what society brings out every day. His purpose was to hold women accountable too, because we need somebody to tell us that we're doing things wrong and we need to make it better. A lot of people out there are telling women, you are a queen, you are doing this. I'm not saying we're not queens, we are, but who is holding us accountable for the wrong choices that we are making? In my previous video, I was just talking about Dubai porta potty, women going to Dubai doing horrific sexual acts just for money, you know? So if we continue to not hold women accountable for their actions, our daughters will suffer. So he did something amazing, I think, though some of his opinions were not necessarily, I would say right? So Kevin Samuels, rest in peace. You were a wonderful man. You did your thing. My condolences to your family. And this is all that I have to say. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your time. And always remember, love always wins.